What's up guys, I'm DK Wrestler, and in today's video I'm going to be showing off the most expensive Funko Pops in my collection. So let's get right to it. So how I'm going to be doing this list is that I'm going to be going through the top 10 most expensive Pops in my collection and go from basically the least out of that all the way to what is the most expensive out of those 10 Pops. So the first Pop I'm going to be showing off, OG Undertaker for the WWE lineup, which comes in at $125. Now this is what the front looks like for this, considering that it was one of the first WWE Pops. So it had this nice orange cover. There's the pop art form. Then there's that side profile of the box, along with the Pops that are a part of the set on the back, which includes Daniel Bryan, Undertaker, Triple H, Macho Man Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, and I believe that is AJ Lee from what I can see, with the picture of Undertaker right there, and there's the pop art form right there of Undertaker himself. And then the side art form of the Undertaker Pop, which is just a nice yellow background with the pop art form of Undertaker. Alright, so here's the OG Undertaker out of box, which looks pretty cool. I mean, you didn't really have to do much with the Undertaker Pop. I mean, it would have been cool for him kneeling and doing his signature pose, but they got the black hair down pat, the black hat. Obviously, he just wears all black. And I remember that I got this at, I believe, Niagara Falls Comic-Con in 2016. It was one of the first Pops I ever bought for only like $15. So for it to be $125 now, over $100 of what I paid for, is pretty insane. And I don't look to obviously sell this at some point, considering that I'm trying to get every single Undertaker Pop. The Fan Expo Canada 2018 exclusive Marty McFly with guitar, which comes in at $131. Now this Pop is really cool. It's got obviously the Back to the Future logo, the pop art form, Marty McFly, and a nice view right there of the Fan Expo 2018 exclusive with the actual con sticker itself, side profile right there. Then on the back of the box, it only shows Marty and Doc from the OG set of Back to the Future Pops, with a nice art form of the like fire treads from when the car goes into the future. And that's basically the same thing with the side here, except you do see the clock tower right there with a bit of lightning, with the art form of Marty McFly with his guitar. So here is the Marty McFly with guitar out of box, and this looks really awesome. Exactly down to a pat of what he looks like with the like school uniform, because he is at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance during this scene. I mean, he's playing Johnny Be Good. This is a really awesome Pop, and MD and I were actually at the convention that this Pop was sold at, and we're hoping to get it. It's sold out by the time that we got to the front of the line, but this was a Christmas gift from MD like last year, so it was really awesome that he got this for me with the con sticker too. So I still thank MD Shady for getting me this Pop. Jimmy McGill from Better Call Saul, which comes in at $138, which there is the front with the Better Call Saul logo as a part of the Pop television lineup, the pop art form, and the name of Jimmy McGill. There is the side profile of the box, and then on the back it only shows a picture of Saul Goodman, or Jimmy McGill in this case, because it is the only Pop that Funko ever made for this TV series. And then there is the side profile with kind of the different designs going on in the background with the art form of Jimmy McGill. Alright, so here's Jimmy McGill out of box, which looks pretty decent for a Pop that was made, I believe, in 2015, 2016. I know it was after Breaking Bad was over that they started Better Call Saul. They got the slicked hair pretty decently. You actually can see a detail of the folder he's holding, which says Elder Law, which is pretty sweet. A nice simplistic pose with a simplistic outfit that he's wearing, because obviously he didn't have like the really cool outfits that you would see in Breaking Bad until later on in, I guess, Better Call Saul, because this would have been released during the first season. And this is actually a Pop I'm trying to sell right now, considering that I'm trying to really tone down on my collection and, you know, save money so that I can buy Pops that I actually need. While this one was like cool at the time, but I don't necessarily need it anymore. Speaking of more Breaking Bad related Pops on this list, Heisenberg from Breaking Bad, which we got the pop art form right there. Breaking Bad logo, it's number 162 in the Pop television lineup. The name Heisenberg, and there's a bit of a front view there of Heisenberg with his blaster and the bag of meth. There is the side profile right there, And then on the back, there's a huge wave with a nice picture of Heisenberg right there that has basically Walter White, Jesse Pinkman, both of them in hazmat suits, Heisenberg, Saul Goodman, Hank Schrader, Mike Ehrmantraut, and then the two versions, both the non-dead and dead versions of Gustavo Fring, which I did once own the dead Gustavo Fring, but had recently sold it, so it's no longer in my collection, or else it definitely would have made this list, actually, with how much it's worth. And there's the side profile of the Heisenberg pop. So here's the Heisenberg out of box, and this thing looks really awesome with the shades, and I'm actually really curious. Okay, there are pop eyes underneath there, the goatee, the bag of meth, the blaster or weapon of choice, and this is pretty decent with the black jacket. Overall, a really cool Funko Pop, and a cool little story behind this is that this was actually my second Funko Pop that I had ever purchased. At Hamilton Comic-Con in, I think, 2015, I purchased the OG Buzz Lightyear for the Disney lineup, and then right after, as my second pop, was this Heisenberg Pop. So I feel like due to sentimental value, even though this pop is rising up a lot in price and I could sell this, I'm probably going to be keeping this because of that sentimental value of it being my second pop, plus a really cool version of Walter White throughout Breaking Bad that I thought, you know what, if I'm going to have at least one or two, this is definitely going to be one of them. The metallic Blue Eyes White Dragon from YuGiOh, which was a box lunch exclusive in the US. So there is the front of the box with the YuGiOh logo, the pop art for of the common version of Blue Eyes White Dragon, and it does have the special edition sticker since I did get this from Australia and not in the US through Box Lunch's website. There's the side profile right there with a nice view of Blue Eyes White Dragon, which we will be taking a look at in a little bit. And then we have what is the OG wave of YuGiOh pops that features Yami Yugi, Seto Kaiba, Blue Eyes White Dragon, and Dark Magician Girl, with then the side profile being the art form of Blue Eyes White Dragon with the gray background with white hieroglyphics, and then the background that's red with the gold trimming. Alright, so here is the metallic Blue Eyes White Dragon out of the box, which looks really, really awesome. I mean, those blue eyes do stand out very well with that silver metallic-y coating of the paint. The detail of the mouth is really cool also, and I mean the legs, the arms, and the wings, and especially the tail look really awesome too. And for a while, I think this was actually the most expensive pop in my collection, coming in at like $400. So the fact that this thing had dropped by the time I had done this video is pretty insane, because if I would have done this, let's say a month ago, this probably would have been the #1 most expensive pop. And now moving over to the top 5 section of the expensive pops in my collection is also a pop from YuGiOh, Slifer The Sky Dragon, which we got the YuGiOh logo, of course, and it has a special edition sticker, considering that I had to get this also from Australia since it wasn't available here in Canada at the time. Normally our Target exclusive in the US. There is the side profile of the box, and then on the back we have the second wave of YuGiOh pops that feature Yugi Moto, Maximilian Pegasus, Joey Wheeler, Red Eyes Black Dragon, and Exodia the Forbidden One, which I do own. And then there's the side profile of the box that is the same side you would have seen with the Blue Eyes White Dragon, except it has Slifer the Sky Dragon. Alright, so here is the Slifer the Sky Dragon pop, which was very hard to position this in frame, considering this is a massive pop since it is a 6-inch pop. Look at the detail of the teeth on both the top and the bottom here, and just the whole shape all the way around of what this pop looks like is pretty insane. I mean, this was, I believe, Yugi's first Egyptian god card that he obtained, and then eventually he got the Winged Dragon of Ra and Obelisk the Tormentor, but I believe this was the first one that he had already during, I believe it was Season 2. The pop culture exclusive Blacklight Carnage for the Marvel lineup. So look at how awesome that box is. Look at the colors that are involved with Carnage, which we will be looking at this out of box, obviously. And then we have ourselves the side profile there. And then on the back it shows what is the Blacklight set, which is Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man, which was featured in a Pop and Tea bundle. And then there's the side profile of the box, which looks pretty sweet. Alright, so here is the Blacklight Carnage out of box, and this thing looks amazing with the pink and the blue as part of the symbiotes. This is the molding of the Carnage with Tendrils that was a New York Comic Con exclusive in 2018. The eyes are like a yellowish green green color, which looks really nice when you put a black light to it. And there is what it looks like in the back also, which looks really, really awesome. I mean, if you have a black light and you have this pop, you definitely should check this out with the black light because it looks amazing. I've showed it off on the channel before. The Master of Puppets concert moments, I'm gonna call it, or like deluxe moments. From Metallica, which was a Walmart exclusive, and it's coming in at $194. So here's the pop. I had to take the camera out of the tripod because there's just no way of fitting this in the frame, and you can't even take these pops out of the case that it's in because of the way that this is constructed. So there is Cliff Burton, my favorite bass player of all time, Lars Ulrich, James Hetfield, and Kirk Hammett, all for the Master of Puppets 86 tour. Really awesome. Now coming in, my second most expensive pop in my collection, the Star Wars Smuggler's Bounty exclusive Duel on Mustafar pop movie moments from Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. There is the front there with Anakin and Obi-Wan. We got ourselves there the Star Wars Smuggler's Bounty exclusive sticker, and then we have the side profile right here, the back of the box, which shows a picture with a lava background of the exact Funko Pop, and it says Star Wars movie moments, and then another side profile of the box. Alright, so there is the Duel on Mustafar pop moments here, and I mean, because they're Star Wars pops, they are bobbleheads. This thing is pretty sweet. I mean, it's got the Star Wars logo on the base. It is a lava base on the platform where they are battling before, obviously, Anakin gets his legs and one hand cut off from Obi-Wan's lightsaber. You can see the eyes on Anakin, which is really cool because they do that with a lot of villains pops, obviously. The Obi-Wan right here. And now coming in at number one, my most expensive Funko Pop in my collection, the Breaking Bad Crystal Ship Pop Rides featuring Jesse Pinkman. Look how awesome that is. You got the truck right there, really cool side profile right there. And then on the back, it has basically the same lineup that we showed with the Heisenberg, so I'm not going to go over that list again. And then there is the other side profile. We can actually see the back of the RV within this side profile of the box. Unfortunately for this pop, I can't take it out of the box because I totally forgot that with older pop boxes like this, they would always tape the back of the pop boxes. So there's that one. And there is that, and I don't want to risk trying to tape this for however long it's been stuck on there and then just ripping the cardboard on either side. So yeah, unfortunately this is the only way we're going to be able to look at it, but I mean, you can tell that it's not in the greatest condition either from how long it's been sitting, and the fact that there's no rides protectors here in Canada, or at least anywhere I know of. I don't know if you can see that, but there's an indent there and right there for like a 2-pack that was stood up here at one point. Yeah, you can really see it right here. That just stood up right there and just kind of left imprints, because unfortunately there's no pop protectors here in Canada, but this is my most expensive pop in my collection. There's a bit of a better view. That is the Jesse Pinkman with the Crystal Ship Pop Rides from Breaking Bad. An awesome Funko Pop. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's video on seeing my most expensive Funko Pops in my collection, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.